Global warming. Today, global warming affects nature and people's lives. However, recently I have not heard about global warming. I think that some people think that the temperature is higher than normal. The frequency of typhoon is high. The price of food is high. Global warming is influenced by those familiar events. We would like to talk about the influence of global warming and its causes. Abnormal weather.
The first one is abnormal weather. Typhoon will frequent and we will give extraordinary damage to food and strong winds to our lives. Besides, global warming is also phenomenon such as summer's hot weather in recent years, heavy snowfall in winter. Seasonal phenomenon is greatly divided. Forest fire due to drying ethic.
Sea level rise. The second is sea level rise. Atlantic and Arctic ice will melt, and the creatures living there will not be able to live, and the influence of sea level rise will cause the land to sink into the sea, and the area of living will be narrow. It is affecting Japan as well. Okinotorishima in Japan is sinking due to sea level rise, but we are protecting construction repeatedly. If it sinks, Japan's economic waters will decrease. Damage to living.
The final is the influence on living. As temperature and rainfall change, you will need to change the type of agriculture crop and its method. Small-scale farmers without economic power are difficult to respond to those changes, so productivity may decline. As the productivity of food decreases, there are also possibilities to increase the number of people who get sick and get hungry.
Causes. These causes are an increase in carbon dioxide, which is greenhouse gas. The reason for the increase is mainly due to excessive use of fossil fuels, which is one of indispensable energy for our daily lives, and excessive tree felling. The amount of oxygen generating trees will decrease and the amount of carbon dioxide will increase, and the solar heat will not be able to be discharged outside. First solution.
The Kyoto Protocol and the Paris Agreement were decided in the world to improve this. The Kyoto Protocol is a treaty between countries concerning climate change. It is aimed to reduce total emissions of 6 types of greenhouse gases in developed countries by at least 5% compared to 1990. The Kyoto mechanism was made to go to achieve the purpose. The Kyoto mechanism is a provision to make it easier to reduce greenhouse gases, such as afforestation activities except domestic mere reduction of emissions, activities abroad, and interstate actions of reduction amounts.
The Paris Agreement is an international framework on climate change for the first time in 18 years since the Kyoto Protocol. Keeps the average temperature rise of the world before less than 2 degrees from before the Industrial Revolution. In addition, the aim is to aim for an average temperature rise less than 1.5 degrees. One of the biggest features of the Paris Agreement is that each country has an obligation to create, submit and maintain reduction targets and to take domestic measures to achieve that goal. In general, coping with climate change such as global warming can be divided into mitigation to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and to absorb, and adaptation to the influence of greenhouse gas, which has already begun. Second solution.
In order to solve this, we thought about energy saving. There are many things that use fossil fuels in our lives such as electricity, gas, and gasoline, and they emit a lot of carbon dioxide. By saving energy, we can reduce the emission of carbon dioxide and take measures against global warming. For example, we will turn off electricity frequently without wasteful electricity, shift from fossil fuels to renewable energy, utilize waste heat to increase total energy efficiency, to incorporate a cogeneration system.